Coming up on Look Today, well, citizens of Saratoga Springs gathered today at High Rock Park for 9/11 memorial service, and we were there. Plus, SUNY Adirondack celebrates the grand opening of the Adirondack Hall science building. More on that coming up. And a new recovery center is now open, Prevention Council of Saratoga County, and we've got those details. All ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hood Jackson and this is Look Today. Well, in tonight's program I sit down with Mike Consulo. He's Executive Director of Lake George Regional Chamber of Commerce, and he's here to talk about his tenure at the Chamber and upcoming fall season. This is part two of my interview with him. Plus I also sit down with Michael Eck. Now he's a publicist for Proctor's, also a killer singer-songwriter. He's here to talk about this powerhouse theater, its significance in our community, and the upcoming schedule. This is part two of my interview with him. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, the citizens of Saratoga Springs gathered this morning, High Rock Park, for 9/11 memorial service. The commemoration took place in front of High Rock Park's Tempered by Memory Monument, which is comprised of steel beams from the actual World Trade Center. Well, the city's fire and police department conducted the ceremony to remember the victims of the terrorist attacks, believe it or not, that took place 16 years ago. Yet, we should never forget. Now, we were at the ceremony, and we spoke to Colonel James Pappas.
Yeah, the day is commemorative of 16 years ago, where we honor, the almost 3,000 people that lost their lives on 9/11, as well as the first responders, the brave police, fire, DPW, and military, and every other conceivable agency that responded to help those in need.
Well, we also spoke to Mayor Joanne Yepsen.
When crisis happens, it brings people together in this country. We've seen it over and over again, and we're having major devastation in our southern states and islands right now, and we're counting on people helping each other to save lives. And we're also counting, of course, on our first responders.
Oh, so true. All right, in other news, here's an update, a story that we started telling you about on Friday. SUNY Adirondack celebrated the grand opening of the Adirondack Hall Science Building. Well, the new $17 million building contains 9 laboratories, a new greenhouse, and a saltwater fish tank. Well, we were at the ribbon-cutting ceremony. We spoke to Dr. Christine Duffy.
This is just phase one of several phases. We'll be now renovating our current science building. That will be open next summer, and we're completing our Workforce Readiness Center to support workforce training and entrepreneurial activities.
Lots going on there at SUNY Adirondack. Switching from news to weather. How about today's weather? How about yesterday's weather? How about tomorrow's weather? Sunshine, sunshine. So let's see how the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thank you, Jesse. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser with your first look weather forecast. Right now, what's left of Hurricane Irma now becoming a tropical storm, eventually a depression the next 24 to 48 hours as it makes its way towards the northeast. But we continue to see high pressure dominating across much of the northeast. A cold front from Canada is going to eventually make its way towards our area. But for now, enjoy the beautiful clear skies while you have it, but temperatures will be on the cool side. In the lower to mid 40s across much of New England and upstate New York. We'll see temperatures of about 45 towards the southern part of the viewing area, about 44 or so in Fort Edward and Greenwich, and then towards Glens Falls, 45 could be the overnight low with lower 40s at higher elevation. Mostly clear skies, a calm breeze. Tuesday, more sunshine, highs near 80 with the south breeze at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. We'll see areas of patchy fog as you walk out the door, but we will warm up rapidly as we'll see upper 40s at the start of the AM hour, then mid to upper 50s to the end of the AM hour, and then by noon we could see temperatures towards the lower 70s. Here's your extended forecast. Temperatures will remain in the upper 70s to lower 80s for highs. Warm temps will warm up rapidly back in the upper 50s by later this week. We do see a chance of showers, perhaps of thunderstorm as we head towards Thursday as well as Saturday. Otherwise, we're going to be dry. That's a look at the first look weather forecast. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser. Now I send it back to you, Jesse.
Thanks, Clarence. Hey, get out and enjoy the weather while you can. All right, back to the news. Well, the Prevention Council of Saratoga County recently opened its new recovery center. Now, it's known as the Healing Springs Recovery and Outreach Center. Well, the new center is home to a variety of help groups, treatment classes, as well as other extracurricular activities. The Prevention Council treats addiction as a disease and helps victims incorporate treatment within their lifestyles. Well, we were at the center. We spoke to Janine Stuchin. She's executive director of the council.
Healing Springs Recovery Community and Outreach Center provides a tremendous resource for families living with addiction. We provide a variety of peer-led services and programs that can give people hope. So often when we talk about addiction, it's hopeless, there aren't solutions, and we're a community center here that can offer people hope, can make referrals, and help people connect with others.
What a great organization. All right, up next, I sit down with Michael Consulo, the Executive Director of the Lake George Regional Chamber of Commerce. He's here to talk about his tenure at the Chamber and the upcoming fall season. Now, this is part 2 of my interview with him. I also sit down with Michael Eck. Now, he's publicist for Proctor's, and he's here to talk about this powerhouse theater, its significance to our community, and their upcoming season. This is also part 2 of my interview with him. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea. How about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, today on Your Look, we received a lot of comments over the weekend. We asked people what they were doing. A lot of people wanted to go to SPAC or did go to SPAC, and we got a sprinkling of a bunch of different things around. One stood out to me, Julie from Bolson Spa. She said, I'm attending the annual Adirondack National Car Show on Saturday. My dad and I have never missed a year. The other thing I can tell you, Julie, is I'm sure we've seen each other there because I never miss a year either. By the way, we also have a winner for Adirondack Museum, Adirondack Experience tickets. That's Cindy Brunetto McAviney. Cindy, stop by the studio here in Saratoga any business day, usually from like 10 to 3, and we've got 2 tickets for you. Now, anyone else interested in a pair of tickets to go up to Blue Mountain Lake to the Adirondack Experience, formerly the Adirondack Museum, go to Facebook, like and share the post. We'll capture your name. Randomly, we'll pick you, and you get a couple of tickets. And believe me, this time of year, with this weather, that drive up to Blue Mountain Lake to go to the museum is exceptional. Bring the whole family. Okay, I think that's it for today, for Your Look. I'll see you next time. That's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. It's Monday, so we like to look ahead. Big week coming up here. At Look Media, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation will be in. Northern Rivers Family Services is coming in. That's quite an interview. It's about adoption and foster care. You want to catch that. Members from the really popular group Wild Adriatic are going to be here to talk about the Summit. That's a concert festival that's going to happen at the Q, affectionately known as the Q, meaning the Queensbury Hotel in Glens Falls. You want to know more about that. And speaking of music, Chuck Visconyan is coming in to talk about Rockmont Record Club and the next feature, which is going to be Hotel California. You don't want to miss that. Paul Pines will be in to talk about the Lake George Jazz Festival. Woo, quite a week. By the way, I was at Albany Airport this morning, sending my wife off to go visit our granddaughters, and I noticed some people standing around over there, and I recognize them, Jim and Claudia and Susan and John, all from the law firm Town Ryan right here in Saratoga. And one of their guys, Rob Coughlin, is a member of the Red Cross. He's an attorney as well. And he was leaving to go to Texas to lend a hand to help those in need. So Rob, you get the lookout. All right, tonight on Look TV, it's Beyond the Headlines. We've got tracks. No, that's actually not correct. It's play-by-play. That's our high school football. And don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.